The word.
You did the same thing, Freddie.
What?
If you was out there in California with me in the Marine Corps, you'd have been nasty too.
I don't know what I would have done. I'm married.
No, you wasn't then.
I'm married.
You wasn't then.
I'm mentally married back then.
To who?
To Angie.
Bet you didn't even know Angie.
It don't matter. We was mentally married since the womb.
Well, you didn't even know Angie back then.
It don't even matter. We was married. Hey, everybody, this is the coach.
And this is the Beacon. And this is the Point Blank Perspectives podcast.
Oh, I got somebody to clap with me. Of course, you won't. So it's a little different today. We had a little power trouble at the studio, so we decided to come to another location.
The estate.
The what?
The estate.
Okay, whatever. Today, we have a special guest. I've been knowing this man for a pretty long time. He's going to tell you a little bit about himself. Today, we have Mr. Charles Singleton.
Welcome.
Our second guest.
Yes, second guest.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Singleton.
Well, when I first met Freddie, was at Bach High School in South Philly, which is no longer there. They closed that school down. But we met in advisory, Mr. K's class. We call him Mr. K because he had a real long last name. So we just call him Mr. K. Mm-hmm. And from that day forward, me and Freddie was friends. Now, I wound up joining Christian Stronghold at the age of 14, not knowing that Freddie was a member. Mm. Now, the first day I went into the church at the fort, the old Christian Stronghold, Freddie was the first person that came to the fort and saw me. What are you doing here? I'm like, what are you doing here? So he's like, I'm a member of the church. First thing after that, he's joined the youth council. Joined the youth council, and me and Freddie been friends ever since.
Cool.
And I see you have on, I want to make sure I do not get this wrong because I don't want you to go ballistic on me. You have on Marines.
Yes, sir.
Were you in the Marines?
Yes, sir.
How long was you in the Marines for?
2 years, 1986 to 1980.
Okay, so my question I want to ask you is what, because we're going to lead into what we're talking about. What made you go into the Marines?
Well, I knew I probably wasn't going to go to college, so I had to decide what I wanted to do.
Okay.
My original choice was I was going to go into the Army because I have a family of veterans. Pretty much everybody in my family served, from my father to my uncles, males and females.
Okay.
Now, when it came to the Army, my dad served in the Army in World War II. All my mother's brothers were in the Army except for two. My Uncle Bud, God rest his soul, and my Uncle Chess. They were Marines. And I have a cousin, Earl, who was in the Marine Corps. Now, when I decided to go to the military, I took the ASVAB test to get out of 3 periods of class. I didn't take it to really go nowhere. I just took it to get out of 3 periods of class. I mean, I'm being honest.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So I wound up passing the test, and then the recruiter started calling me. I knew I wasn't going to go in the Navy. I knew I wasn't going to go in the Air Force. And I definitely knew I wasn't going in the Marine Corps. But I was going to go in the Army. My cousin Vanessa was home on recruiting duty. And anybody remember back then, the Army recruiting office was on 52nd Street, right before you get to Walnut. And around the corner on Walnut was the Marine Corps and the Navy recruiting office. Mm-hmm. So I was going to the Army. I wanted to be airborne. Okay. I wanted to be Army airborne. But what changed that train of thought was a couple nights after that, my Uncle Bud, who was a career Marine, called. And we got on the phone, we was talking. And he said, so what are you going to do after you go to high school? I said, well, Vanessa's home. I'm going to the Army. I want to be airborne. His statement was, the Marines didn't take you? I said, no, but I just don't want to go in the Marines. I said, because y'all crazy. That's exactly what I said to him. He said, you, Uncle Chess, and Earl, y'all crazy. I said, my mom said for me not to go in the Marines because she wanted to be crazy like y'all.
Okay.
Now my Uncle Bud said, let me ask you a question. He said, has your mom ever been in the Marine Corps? No, sir, she hasn't.
So let me ask you this question. You're now in the military. the Marines. You're proud Marine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm Fred.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you for your service. And now we lead into what we're going to talk about. I heard, and we have talked, Marines are nasty.
I'm nasty like you mean. What you mean?
Temptation.
It's a lot of temptation.
It's a lot of temptation.
A lot.
And that's what we want to talk about, temptation. And you are a perfect candidate to talk about temptation because you went in the Marines when you were young.
18.
18.
Right out of high school.
Right out of high school. So now you go into an atmosphere. No, you go into a situation. We're going to call it a situation where you was like this. You had blinders on. And now you get out there and the blinders are off because of the temptation. Would that be true? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say
when
yes.
It comes to temptation, when it comes to that, the blinders was off, but at that point and being that young, you know, I'm a Marine and we're the baddest people walking this earth, period. And at 18, when that's drilled into you, that stays with you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this question then, because on the topic of temptation, because you had this perspective of being a Marine and like a certain toughness that came with it, did you ever feel tempted to like enforce your toughness in situations that when you look back on it, maybe you shouldn't have? Or like, how did you control the temptation of knowing that you were trained a certain way when you were out with civilians?
Usually, we never started any problems.
Okay.
We go out with a group, like if you were always Marines together, we go out in a group, but you would never want to go out in town by yourself. Because, you know, a lot of townies would jump on you. They were either mad, jealous, or whatever the case may be. The temptation, we would just go out and do what we do. We never started any problems. Okay. The townies would start with us. When we go out, we didn't have no uniforms on, but everybody knew we was Marines, by the way. We carried ourselves and by our haircuts. And you know how we acted. Well, we was just regular. We want to go have fun, you know, be with the girls, whatever. We didn't go out there to start no problems. But once you start a problem with us, we are going to finish it.
Okay. So my question is, what is your definition of temptation? And you have seen a lot of temptation, and you've been to a lot of different states. Countries also?
No, Mexico.
Okay, but you've been to a lot of different states. What is your definition from your knowledge that you have? What is your definition would be of temptation?
The first temptation I had when I got to Camp Lejeune, which is a Camp Geiger for infantry training school, was every weekend. We had to work all week, so we didn't get libels to the weekends. So we could go out in town, get a hotel room for the weekend. The temptation was the women. And at 18, grown women. They would just come. I remember this one story. We was at the hotel and we had the room open. We was drinking beer.
Let me stop you for a second. My question to you was, what is your definition of temptation?
Of being in a situation where maybe you shouldn't be in, where that's going to come about, being tempted to do something, be it tempted to be with a female, be it tempted to drink that Jack Daniels with the Lance Corporal that introduced me to Jack Daniels when I first got to that unit of Echo 27 at Camp Pendleton. The temptation of starting trouble, which I wasn't with that, with the guys that did it. I didn't want to be around them because, you know, we already have a reputation and the first thing you want to do is lock everybody up and take your money, take your rank. I wasn't with all that. You know, but it was a temptation. That's a bunch of temptations that you had. Liquor, women, some guys, drugs, some guys fighting, some guys taking the deal. I dare you to do this. You don't have the heart to do that. That sort of thing like that.
What about you?
I would say something that takes you out of your normal path. Like if you have a certain way of thinking about something or acting, and then there's some sort of thing that's being put in front of you that might influence you to move a different way or to act a different way. I think that's what I would define temptation as.
Okay. I don't, for me, I think it's, I don't know. I don't know how I define temptation. I don't know.
What you mean you don't know?
I have nothing. I don't know how to define it. No, temptation is, I believe, is something that may make you do something you would or would not do regular.
Temptations, I don't think are going to make you do something. You make a decision. Like, we could be somewhere knowing me and you shouldn't be there. But we're there. And it's a temptation. We sitting there and like, man, let's do this. Or I could do that, nobody will know. Or, nobody will find out. And you tempted to do that. Now, it's your decision whether you're going to do it or not. Nobody's making you do anything. Now, whether you're going to go to the left and make the wrong decision, that's your decision. Whether you want to go to the right and make the right decision, that's your decision. You could be tempted by a lot of things, but that don't mean that you're going to actually follow through with that temptation.
So would we say, and this for either any of us, do you usually do something that may be, let's say, bad, and you know it ain't right? Most people will do it if they think they will not get caught.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, every time that I've ever done something, that was the idea.
That's the idea, yeah. Now I'm going to get caught.
Yeah,
I'm going to get caught.
I never did it like, I hope the feds come.
Oh, yeah, I know I'm not getting caught.
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, like I said, temptation's a lot. And whatever your definition of temptation is, that's what it is. We all got definitions of temptation.
But I like what he said, because Chuck, you were saying that temptation is the I forget exactly how you said it, but it was basically you have to make a decision in order for the temptation to really matter. Because you could be around temptation, but it ultimately comes down to whether you take action on the temptation. So I like the fact, I like that you differentiated those two things, because it's definitely a difference. But I guess, how do y'all feel about that? Like, do y'all feel like if, especially because
we married,
yeah, because y'all married, do y'all feel like if your spouse come to you and say they was tempted about something, would that bother you, or are you okay with it as long as they didn't act?
If my spouse came to me and told me she was tempted by something, if I get mad, I'm a hypocrite, because I've been tempted by stuff too, but I didn't do it.
Yeah.
If you get tempted by eating chocolate all the time and you know you shouldn't eat it,
right,
but if you don't do it, then it's no big deal.
Yeah,
I hear you. Oh, I hear you. But I also say that's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you now. I believe for a married person, because you and I are married.
Yes, sir.
And our producer's married.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, why you had,
He's married.
you
Okay.
didn't mind his business.
Oh, my bad.
No, he is married, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying he married. So I believe what you said. If my spouse come to me and say she was tempting, it depends on what the situation was.
Wait, she was tempted or tempting? Because I'm talking about tempted.
Tempted to do something.
Tempted.
Yeah, because that's two different things.
Okay,
Because if she outside tempting,
Yeah. We that's a whole other show.
hold up, dog.
That's a whole other show.
No,
hold up.
and for me, it depends on what it is.
Okay. You have an example?
I can ask him one, and I know which one he's probably talking about.
Which one?
If it was a temptation of her being with another man, that would bother you, but she didn't do it.
Yeah. Most men it will. Most married, not married or not. If you are with your woman and she comes to you and say, I was thinking about so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, most men will be upset.
And there are those men that will retort with, and I was tempted by so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so.
But that's not what you asked me. You asked me, would a man, me, and I'm telling you, most men
will feel some kind of way.
Will feel some type of way. Remember, it's a double standard. I don't understand it.
It's always been that.
But it's double standard because, and this is the reason why us as men will feel some type of way. We cannot picture our wife
with somebody else.
With someone else. We cannot.
Not at all.
If it's a single person, I can go get somebody else.
Yeah, you can move on.
But we're talking about our wife, and especially if our wife is freaky. We cannot imagine Because we're already pitching it on. And I mean,
Yeah, and you can't.
And I mean, it's moving quick,
It's
too.
moving quick.
Dang, I remember last night, dang, she did that. Ooh. And then she tells you, you know what, I was tempted with...
And there's two questions a man going to ask him.
She'll say, listen,
going to ask his wife.
she'll say, I was tempted with Big Luke. Big who?
Who?
I'm just throwing the name out there. And immediately before you react, you're already thinking,
Yeah.
oh,
You talking about you was tempted. We already thinking you did it, and you trying to sugarcoat it. That's what most men will think, that you did it. Because you come to me and say you was tempted, especially if you know your wife. You know what I mean? If you know your wife and you know certain things she's not going to do or she's not going to say, and if she say certain things, you're going to look at her sideways, just that right there, oh, you did something. In most men's mind, oh, you did something.
For my wife, I'm not going. If you say you tempted with something, I don't react. Because I need to see what happens. Because my thing is, if you do that, okay, the glove's off now.
Oh, well, the gloves are off. You're right.
So would you prefer for your spouse not to tell you about being tempted?
Yeah. Why even
What's the
tell?
benefit?
Yeah, what are you telling me for?
Yeah.
Because then I'll be what you said. Oh, I was tempted with Janet Jackson. Or I was, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't think us married people, if your wife was to come and say that, you never know what you will do until you're in that situation.
No, that's fair.
We can sit up there and say, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to sit there. Now, I can say that too, but when she tell me, that's the first thing I think. What? Wait a minute now.
And your mind goes way
Right.
to the left.
Yeah.
What about single? What about you as a single man? You're not married to this young lady,
Yeah, no, you're not married.
but you've been with her, let's say,
Couple years. That's your girl. That's your monogamous
2 years.
girl.
You've been with her 2 years.
Mhm.
Right. And she says, I've been, whatever. It depends on the situation.
Yeah, because I was about to say it's two sides to it. So there's the single because you're not married thought, and then there's the literally you're single, but maybe you mess with somebody and then they tell you that they was, and they probably wouldn't even say they was tempted about something. They'll probably tell you like either they thought about X, Y, and Z or they did X, Y, and Z. Because the conversation is different when you're single because there's no rules.
Right.
There's no obligations.
Right.
So I think it's a completely different conversation. But if you're single in terms of you're in a relationship, I would imagine that you wouldn't want to hear your spouse telling you that they tempted about anything.
Right.
And if they was, then keep that to yourself.
Right.
Because I don't care if you didn't take the action. Because I think temptation is like a natural part of life.
Right.
Like you will always be tempted. But it's all about what you do with the temptation.
Exactly.
How you react.
Yeah.
If you do,
Right.
you don't.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, we as men, we all tempted.
Right.
You know.
Especially when you're young. I think when you're younger, I'm not saying that it goes away as you get older, but I'm just saying when you're younger, I don't think that you have as much to lose with temptation. And I could be a little off, but it feels like when you get older, there's certain things that you have in place. Like when you get older, you probably have a family, you probably have a career, you probably have certain financial things, where when you're younger, you typically are trying to build those things. So it's more so you are losing opportunity by falling for temptation. So you might fall into a temptation when you're a teenager, and now you've lost the opportunity for a job or the opportunity to make money here or there.
Right.
Whereas when you're older, you have those things, and the temptation that you fall for then, you could lose those things.
Right.
So I do think that there's an element of, as you get older, at least in most cases or some cases, as men, we try to be more mindful of not falling for temptation.
So
I don't know y'all thought to are on that.
I want to put this on the table. Since we're sitting at a table.
At the estate.
Okay. Hey, what is the difference between, or if it's a difference at all, temptation and peer pressure?
Peer pressure is, to me, is when...
This is your perspective.
This is my perspective. Right? I smoke weed. I want y'all to smoke with me. And I'm like, yo, man, here's the benefits of doing this. Or here's the benefits of doing that.
Let me say this. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Here's the
Allegedly, you
the
do
benefits
that.
of this, the benefits of that. Or if I'm a drinker and you're not, and I say, and allegedly try to pressure you, yo, take a shot of this, man, taste it, see what you think of this. Or this, that, or third. You see, put a little bit of pressure on you. Temptation is when you're in a situation already.
Wouldn't it be the same then?
No, because I figure temptation is we going, for example, okay, let's say.
Allegedly, you
Allegedly.
Okay.
Let's say.
Just want to make sure.
Let's just say we all go to Vegas. This is just my thing. We all go to Vegas.
Go ahead, I'm with you.
Me and Rome decided to go to the bunny range. This is the sample of temptation.
Okay.
That would be peer pressure. We pressure you to come with us. Come on, Freddie. Ain't nobody gonna know what's in Vegas stays in Vegas. And we pressure you to come. Now, you fall for that pressure, then you come to the bunny ranch with us. Here comes the temptation. Am I gonna act on this because I'm here with them? They doing what they doing. Am I gonna act on that temptation?
This is hypothetically, you say.
Hypothetical. I've never been to Vegas, so no.
Okay,
I've never been to Vegas, so it can't happen.
Because the first thing I would have been saying, and the Beacon would have said the same thing is,
I would have.
Yeah, you would have. He would have said,
Hello.
why are you going with him if you're married?
Who would have said that?
I would have said that. Yeah, I would have said that.
Yes, he would have.
Yeah, I would have said that.
Why are you going there?
It would.
Well, I probably wouldn't have tripped about the bunny ranch. Because to me, the bunny ranch is like, well, I don't know. I ain't never even been there, first of
The
all.
bunny ranch is a whorehouse.
Oh, well, no.
Yeah,
Right.
That's how.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? I know how you are. You would have been like, the moment he be like, yo, Fred, I was like, what?
Yeah, no.
He would have been like, you not even going.
No, I wouldn't have told him what he could and can't do, but he wouldn't have went with me.
So he's not going.
No, he can do whatever he wants.
Listen,
He's not going with me.
He's not going.
Yeah, he's not going with me.
He's
What
not
if you
going
didn't
with
know where we was going? I said, come on, Ron, ride with me. And then you wind up out there.
But I'm definitely going to ask
Here
you where
comes
we're
the
going.
temptation once you get out there.
But I'm going to ask you where we're going. And there's no temptation for me.
No, he's
single,
right.
I can do
But his thing is, as you're driving and you say, oh, yeah, we're going to the bunny ranch, I already know what he gonna be thinking. Why the fuck are we going there and you're married? Feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, here go prime example. Then we'll jump back on. If he was going to Dominican Republic, he wouldn't ask you.
That's fair.
He would not ask you at all.
That's fair.
Okay. All right. Just throwing it out there.
That's fair. Because he wouldn't want me to be in that. He won't want to be. He doesn't want to be the reason he didn't think in his mind. I asked Chuck and Fred to come to DR with me. Now we here, and it's gonna be some temptation. And if you fall for that temptation, he might not saying that you would blame yourself because it's a decision that me and him would make whether or not we fold that temptation.
Let me.
Well, no, my thing would be.
Hold on for a second. Hold on. And real quick, and I'm gonna let you answer that question.
Go ahead.
When you use hypothetically, there is no me and you when you're talking about that. Because I'm not there. I'm putting that out there now. So that is you.
No, that's what
No.
example.
There's
Like,
no.
okay.
Don't
All right.
fall for it.
I did it again.
Go ahead. What you say? I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you say?
No, I'm saying that I don't even remember now because you done threw me off.
Oh, if we go to the DR, you wouldn't invite me and Freddie to go to the DR.
Yeah, I guess my thing is like it's certain environments where it's like you already know like what type of situation that is, but you also know like the fact that y'all are in committed relationships. So it's like when you know that that's the environment, what's the point of me inviting y'all to something like that? Like I just personally wouldn't do that.
But it would be up to us whether or not the decision. We're up to us whether we're gonna make the decision to do anything dirty or not. Because see, one thing, you haven't made a decision. And when it comes to going somewhere foreign, women don't know you. They just, hey, blah, 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 blah.
No,
then you can still be like, no, I'm good.
But how can he be your friend and tell you to go with him?
He's
can't
still
be
my
your
friend. If he offer you, say, yo, I'm going to DR. Do you want to go?
That's not your friend.
Why ain't he?
Because if I know you married, I don't put you in that situation.
Right.
But wouldn't that be the same if we going to Vegas?
No.
No, it's not the same. DR and Vegas.
It's two different things, but the temptation is still in both places.
Because DR, you know what
It's
you're
a
going
whole
for.
different.
It's a different. Vegas, you can gamble, this and that. That's different.
Right. And even to your point about Vegas, if I know that you have a gambling problem,
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm not going to invite you
ask
to
you to
Vegas.
come there. Yeah.
Right.
So it's the same thing. It's like, I'm not going to put you in a situation to where you can fail. Like, I'm one of the people, I don't want my friends to fail. So I'm not going to put you in a situation where you're going to fail, or it's a high chance that you're going to fail.
Right. So, no, you wouldn't. He wouldn't. A friend is not going to say, yo, come on with me. Come on, man, I'm going here. What? That's like me saying to you, yo, take this mask, man. Take this gun. We're going to go rob that bank.
No, we're not.
And that's the same thing. Right.
No, I ain't gonna say I'm not. You can do what you want.
But you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Right.
No, we're not. You must.
So let me ask you, when do people normally get tempted the most?
When they're in a situation I'm supposed to be in, and usually around women.
No.
That's my opinion. You asking opinions, right?
Right.
So let me give my opinion.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Especially when you married. And you
Okay, now since you said that way, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Especially when you're married. Because when you're single, like I said, you got rules if you got a girlfriend and you tell them to do something. But when you married, that's a commitment.
Right.
You gave vows. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't put yourself in a situation to where you can become tempted, especially when it comes to other females. Because see, females normally, when they see this, they know it's no commitment. They only want one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And here and there, wham, bam, thank man. So this actually, and I've told married men this will attract women more so than you being single. Because as soon as they see that, oh, I can do this, I can try that. There's no commitment here. If we hooked up here, we can hook up there. Nobody will know. Oh, somebody's going to know. It's always going to come out.
What about any other way?
You can be tempted. I mean, temptation, you can be around people that do hard drugs. You tempted to do that because you're around them. You know you don't normally drink. You're around a bunch of people that drink a lot. You might be tempted to do that, or you might separate yourself from it. Usually with the alcohol and the hard drugs, you will normally separate yourself from it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you won't. And all that still comes back to females, because a female will be like, why don't you try this? Why don't you taste that? And you, most men, let's say not you, most men, they're going to try it because they're pressed as female. That's what it comes to some people.
No.
Okay, I'm not being wrong. Okay.
So you're telling me, because I want to make sure, and then we're going to let the Beacon say, you're telling me if me, you, and Jerome is out drinking, or the Beacon out drinking, where is it a female at in this part?
If you're out at a bar, sports bar, women are in no places. And you're not, if you want to talk to people, they talk to you. And as long as they're talking regular, talking sensible.
No, I understand.
You know what I mean?
I just want to make sure.
So that's how that temptation starts, because you start talking, and you're looking at her, and she's wham, bam, boom, boom. And alcohol and drugs will bring down them inhibition.
Okay.
And it'll let your guard down.
Okay.
And then the next thing you know, you find yourself in room 414, and you shouldn't be there. And you know,
not a room number.
Right. Okay. We go.
Not a room number.
We go for the random number.
But listen. 414. Okay. What about you, Beaky?
Yo, not a room number. That's crazy.
The man said 414. Woo! 414, baby. All right, I gotta play the lottery. 414. Okay. I don't know what that was about. Woo!
Yo, that's hilarious.
What about you?
Your original question was, what was your original question? When do people feel most tempted?
Yeah, normally.
Or when do people face temptation the most, or something like that?
Yeah.
I think the first one I would say is when you don't have, or when a person doesn't have a standard set for themselves.
Okay.
That's the first thing I would say, because when you don't have principles that you stand on yourself, it's very easy for you to be tempted and to succumb to being tempted. So I think that's the first thing, is when you don't have any standards or principles that you stand on for yourself. I think the second thing is when you're trying your best to do the right thing. It seems like when you really are trying your best to do the right thing, that's when all the temptation
comes. The devil's a liar, and the devil going to put all of it in front of you.
Right.
Because he know what your temptations are, what your triggers are, what your weaknesses are.
Yep.
And you boom, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do.
Yep.
He mad.
Yep.
He going to send all of them at you to see if he could break you. And once he breaks you, he wins. Only got to do it one time.
Mm-hmm.
Only got to do it one time.
Yeah. What happens if the I can't even use that. I was going to say if you're dealing with not just a female, but when it comes to being a father or dealing with a niece, dealing with a young kid and they get smart with you. You want to take their head off.
In this generation?
We going back to you blacking out again?
It doesn't matter what generation.
I was raised, we was raised different. We was raised back in them days where when you acted out, you got your ass whooped. If you was in Kmart, Subway Station, Penn Fruit, or the Acme, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing. No questions asked. We didn't back talk. If we said certain things, dag, that's damn, slap in the face.
I never experienced the abuse that you are going through. I don't know. I guess I was good, but my mom just gave me a look. It wasn't no violence coming behind.
You know what's crazy though? I probably got most of my worst beatings from your mom.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. No.
Is he fine?
Yo, his mom, she beat me with a brush one time. She beat me.
But I heard he was bad.
I wasn't.
So was you.
I wasn't bad.
But I got on punishment, so that's different.
Oh yeah, she
I
got you down.
wasn't
You
bad.
wasn't.
Yeah. So yeah. I guess
my kids, when it came to mine, I knew how I got raised with spank, not with spank, with my ass whooped. But it was for when you did something wrong. My mom never came home and just beat me and my sister just because she was tired.
That's crazy.
She never did that. Now, if you did something, you didn't get good grades in school, that was a big one.
Yeah.
If you back talked, that was a big one. And with my mom, when she say move, if she got to ask you twice, she already on you. It's not a game.
But no,
now these kids.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you, if you run across a kid and they get smart with you.
And it's not yours?
And it's not your kid.
You are tempted to knock their head off. Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been tempted to knock many kids' heads off, especially when they disrespect their
I
parents.
deal with this every
Or
day.
disrespect their mother.
You sure do.
I deal with this.
Are you tempted to? Because you deal with
or cuss you out.
There's certain days and there's certain levels where you are tempted, but you always have to remember like what the situation is. Okay. So like, for example, like as the adult, I always remember that I'm in control. Like there's something that I can take from you.
Right.
So you can get smart, you can do all this all you want. At some point, I'm going to get the last laugh. And that's what I always keep in mind.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's they want to go outside, whether it's they want to food, like whatever it is. I'm like, you keep playing with me, you don't got to eat. Like, you don't got to eat.
What do you mean you ain't got to eat? What do you mean?
Because like if we telling you come straight to club or whatever, and then you don't come straight to club, at a certain point, we put the lunch back.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like, and then you coming late, talking about, no. We told you when to get here. You decided you wanted to do what you wanted to do. So,
okay, I got you.
Titty said the kitty.
Okay. I truly understand now.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
But you do be tempted, though.
Yeah, you be tempted.
Yeah. Especially with some of these kids, because some of these kids, they got some smart mouths.
Yeah. Is there any other things that may tempt you, that may tempt you?
Still with the kids?
No, just in life general.
I mean, again, it's a ton of things that tempt you. I mean, money can tempt you, whether you have it or lack thereof.
Okay.
Like, you know, sometimes when you're in a tough situation, you know, you might be willing to do more than you normally would if you short on cash or whatever. Like you talked about peer pressure, because that's a temptation. Women, there's a ton of temptations.
Okay. What about you?
There's been times, you know, allegedly, that money is short and you may allegedly want to sell some stuff that you shouldn't sell to bring up some money real quick. And that could, now I don't know about y'all, I can't say that to be tempt for you or tempt for you, but there's been situations where, allegedly you have a connection to do this, that, or the third, and do I do it for this sort of period of time so I can make this amount of money and do what I need to do? Or do I not do that and take that chance where I can lose my life either by a bullet or by a jail cell? And that's not going to benefit anybody. So normally, no, I'm going to just wait it out, save this to do what I need to do.
Mhm.
You know, because I got to do something from this date, and I'm at this date. And I know if I can save money instead of just trying to do that easy way. Or you can get lucky and play a number and hit it. Now, if you do that, then you're good to go. And that's happened to me before. When I want to do this, play a pick 4, hit it twice. Don't need to do that.
Right.
Then I can do what I need to do.
I think for me, I think the most tempting I get every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm tempted. When I get up in the morning and I leave out the room to get ready to go to work, I see my wife sitting there laying because she's retired. I just want to shake the shit out of her so much.
This boy a hater, y'all.
I really resent her being retired.
You a
right
hater.
now.
But that's...
You a hater.
I want to shake her.
She worked hard to retire.
She earned that.
Listen, I hear you,
That's a shame.
and I'm
man.
very happy that she retired.
You don't sound like it.
Work.
Don't
But
sound like
I still gotta get up and go to work, and she's laying there so nice and comfortable, and I just want to just shake her.
they say it be your own people.
But I have nowhere else to go to sleep. If I do that, so I just go out the door and shake my head.
You're the man. You're supposed to do that.
I was tempted to have that conversation, but I'm not.
And for some reason, if you shake Angie like that, I don't think it'll be a good outcome for you.
So I just So who's more tempted? Single people or married people?
These are different areas with that. Married people are more tempted. There's more temptation gonna come flying at you.
And y'all got rules that y'all got to abide by.
We got rules. We have to abide by.
Single people don't have rules.
You ain't got no rules.
You don't have to abide by any rules.
Sir?
I-
I want to hear this.
And we're talking in general. See, I don't personalize nothing. Not unless I say I'm personalizing it. When I'm talking in general.
Yeah, in general.
I'm talking in general, too.
You do not have to sit up there and go by any rules if you're married.
You do.
You don't, because you see divorce album every day.
No, but what you...
That's why, because it comes to divorce, because it was rules broken. On one side or the other, it was
Right.
rules broken.
Right.
So if you tempted to break that rule, that's...
Oh, no, I agree with you. I'm just saying it's...
Yeah, so you got
So
rules.
yeah,
to abide by.
you can't control what
You got
somebody's
rules.
going to do, but you have rules that you're supposed to
Oh, yeah.
abide by.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Every
if you
married people do have rules.
Yeah, if you got married, like there's a certain level or standard that you need to operate in
And there's
once you
certain
get married.
things you're not supposed to do.
Right.
I believe, and I could be wrong, maybe single people are more tempted than married people
Tempted to what?
in general.
To do
If
what?
you're single, you can pretty much... I mean, there's rules
It depends
to
on the
that,
temptation. What are you talking
but
about?
But
when
yeah,
you're
that's
single, I mean, single, where you have no girlfriend, or the girl has no boyfriend. You single, you pretty much do what you
you
want
singled until you married.
until you say I do. Yeah, you're not single anymore.
Right, you're
Well,
not single.
you make the commitment. You my girlfriend, my boyfriend, and you're getting engaged. Once you make the commitment, we're together before, because this is boyfriend, girlfriend before you get married, or friends, whatever, before you get married. It's rules to that. Like I said, if you single, you got nobody, you could just boom, 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 boom. What rules you got? As long as you don't try and take something that's not offered, don't do that, then yeah, you broke that rule. But when you married, no, you're not supposed to cheat. You're not supposed to lie. You're not supposed to steal. You're not supposed to put your hands on each other. Period. I do not agree with that. If you're
So
a
wait a
man,
minute.
you
Hold
do
on.
not put your hands on that.
Hold on for a second.
He got them rules too. Single people got rules like that as far as that part.
The same, what you just said, if I'm single, that rules apply for me too.
Yeah, that rule.
Yeah.
But not don't beat on no
I'm
woman,
talking about
no.
all the rules you just said.
Yeah,
Yeah, that applies to everybody. That applies to
Right.
single people too, yeah.
Right. It applies to everything you just said, the cheating, the lying, and boom, 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 boom. That applies if you're single.
No, that only applies if you have a girlfriend or a fiance. If you single, oh, you gonna lie your ass off. Don't get that twisted. Don't get that
Okay,
twisted.
right, okay, right,
I
right.
was single for a long time before I got married. All through the Marine Corps. I wasn't,
Allegedly.
no, when I was in the Marine Corps, I was engaged, but not to my present wife. It was somebody else.
Allegedly, you was engaged.
No, I was. I bought her a ring and everything. I'm not gonna say allegedly nothing. I bought her a ring and everything. But I'm not gonna say no names, nothing like that.
I know.
But that was back then. You know, I wasn't You know, me and my present wife, we were friends. We were just friends.
Right.
And she would always jump on me about, you don't need this, you don't need that. You know, I was single. You know, didn't listen.
Okay. I hear you.
Can you tell what happened with that engagement, if you don't mind?
It didn't work out. This particular person, we met before I graduated high school. I was at the church where we're at now. And we met because we was in this acting group together. And we got engaged. We started going together before I left to go to boot camp.
Do I know her?
No, you don't. I'm not gonna say her name anyway.
Okay, good.
And when I came home on Thanksgiving after leave, when I graduated boot camp, came home, we went out, we was this, that, and the other. And that point, in my mind, we started talking about marriage and this, that, and the other. I was still 18.
Right.
Now, when I came home that Christmas of 86 to surprise her. I bought a ring and everything. Me and her was gonna get married.
You got surprised?
No, not with that. No, she was cool. She was a good girl. It wasn't none of that.
Okay.
And she was. She really was. She really was.
So, but the producer.
I'm trying to get to that. I'm about to get to that if you let me talk.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now, we're going to fast forward to when I got out of the Marine Corps. Now I'm home full time.
Okay.
We engaged. What happened was I used to work an overnight shift. And my mom liked her, so I'm home, I'm in the bed asleep. And she comes down in my room and she wants to start arguing. What are you talking about? What her problem was, I had a lot of female friends who was just friends. There wasn't no, and you know, like friends we got, female friends we got now, we just friends.
Okay.
And I had a guy sister and her husband were Muslims. Mm-hmm. She wanted me to disassociate myself with them. And she wanted me to disassociate myself with all the female friends I had. Okay. I said, you crazy as hell. I'm not going to dump female friends I had before I met you. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
And, you know,
was you tempted?
No, I was never tempted to do that.
Okay.
I was never going. I knew these particular females way before I knew you. How dare you come tell me that they can't be my friends anymore? You must be high.
Okay. All right.
And then, you know, she was kind of grabbed. She walked, want to get my face. I just look at her. Well, you need to really back up off me like that. Okay. You know, and so, it went down here after that, and that pretty much was it.
So that was the only thing why it didn't happen.
Yeah, because you're not going to control me. You're not going to tell me who my friends are going to be.
Gotcha. No, that's
you know, and my god sister who was a Muslim, she practically raised me. So now I'm supposed to tell her to go scratch because that's what you want me to do?
I get it.
Crazy. I'm not doing that.
I get it. I get it.
So that's pretty much how that went.
That's fine.
Yeah, I dumped her. And I'll say that. And if she ever see this and she'll know I'm talking, she'll know exactly who she is.
Okay.
I dumped you. Yes, I did.
Okay. Allegedly.
No, it wasn't no alleged.
Okay.
Nothing.
I just want to use the word. I just want to use the word.
There.
Oh,
okay, I just want to use the word. What? Okay, yeah, well, yeah.
But, you know, God put in my life the person that's supposed to be there. Mm-hmm. That's supposed to be my wife.
Okay. So, you saying that, and you was with the young lady. So, do you think is a such thing as good or bad temptations, Beacon?
I want to say yes. In terms of the full thought, I don't have that together, but I want to say yes because I think you could be tempted to do something that is going to benefit you. But that temptation doesn't always have to be something negative. Okay. Like somebody can tempt you to want to do something that's going to be beneficial or good for you.
Right.
But I think a lot of times, especially in the context of conversation, I think a lot of it is negative based when you think about temptation. Mm-hmm. But there are some times when you can be tempted to do good. Like, for example, when I was a kid, like they would say, all right, if you get good grades, then you can get Christmas or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, let me get the good grades so I can get what I want.
Right.
So things like that, I think, are good temptations.
Yeah, my dad used to give me an incentive for getting good grades. $10 an A, $5 a B. Oh, I had good grades, bro. Trust me on that one. Trust me on that one.
Your dad was balling.
He gave me, because, you know, This is what you get for good grades. And then it was my mom, and this is what you get for bad ones. And trust me, you didn't want to be on the bad side of that, because if you was my brother, I don't know how much skin you'd have left.
Yeah. I don't know what good grades are. No, I don't. But I graduated.
That's what's
I was
important.
gonna say you here.
That's what's
I
important.
graduated.
That's what's important.
You know.
You here at the estate.
Yeah. But it's temptation is a so the good. Well, let me just throw things out.
Would you be tempted to go to a shaky butt?
No. But that means
That's a temptation, though.
I would have to spend money.
Maybe you must get a drink or something. You might want to get 1 or 2 lap dances. I don't know.
So that means I have to spend money.
You might, if you need some places like that, they have a 2-drink minimum. So you have to buy a drink. Now, if you're in a gentleman's club, there's a difference between a gentleman's club and a shaky butt.
Let me ask you this
It's a
question.
difference.
No, let me ask you this question. Because I want to make sure I'm reading out the same book you're reading out of. Why the hell, if I got a wife that will shake for me, why am I paying for it?
And that's the question that you ask a lot of married men.
I don't.
Because when it comes to that, for a lot of men, it's for the fantasy and it's for a conversation. A lot of men ain't going there to be with them. You ain't, what? I don't know you, and I don't know none of your stuff. But you going there for entertainment.
But my question is, I'm spending money. You don't have no right, exactly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to spend some money.
Why would I do that and I got a shaky at my house?
I got to shake.
It could be.
It doesn't make any.
It don't. But it could be okay. So let's say what a girl in the shaky butt might do is shake some kind of way. Your wife ain't gonna do that.
You can't even justify the.
You can't. But I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying.
No.
I can't say what any other married man would do. But when it comes to something,
So you would?
what, go to shaky butt?
Yeah.
Right now? and my wife found out about it. It'll be 6 feet. It'll be extra 2 feet because she's gonna stomp the rest of me down 2 more feet. So no, I'm not doing that now. No, I'm not. No. Them days are over. Them days are long gone.
That means you must have did it a lot.
You gotta remember, I did some years in the Marine Corps, and then Hearts and Flowers was across. Yeah, it was yeah. Back in them days, I was young.
Okay.
That's what it was. You know what I mean? When you get older, especially when you are age,
So-
a lot of that stuff that we did then, we ain't gonna do that now.
I need to ask you this question because I'm hearing a recurrent theme with you. A lot of your temptation is sex.
Not necessarily, no.
Because I haven't heard no other temptation from you except shaky, big booty.
I didn't say nothing about no big booty.
Vegas, DR. I'm going. And this is the way you was. You got your chest all out, pumping. I'm a Marine. I'm going. That was you. That was you.
When I was young, yeah, doing that stuff.
It
Yeah.
seemed like now I'm going.
No.
I'm trying to figure out. We're talking about type of temptation, and the only thing you talk about sex.
That's temptation. That's a big temptation.
Is that your only temptation during life?
That's not a temptation for me anymore outside of my wife.
Listen to what I said to you. Is that the only temptation you have?
No, it's plenty of them.
Then we need to hear that too. We don't want to keep hearing.
I just made another one about making money when you ain't supposed to make it doing
Okay,
that.
all right, okay.
That was a temptation.
But you jumped right back to the shaky.
Because I was making an example.
Oh, make another dip. Make a case. Do you want to get it? I mean, just take it.
Don't fall for it.
I'm not,
I'm just
that's what I'm
asking.
not saying.
I'm just asking.
That's what I'm not saying. No.
I'm just
And
asking.
I'm about to see, he want me to stay here with that now. As soon as I transform, they ain't going to be looking at me crazy.
I'm just saying.
No, I ain't
Get
part
up
of
the
that.
shit. Get up
I ain't part of that one.
Okay.
But that's a big temptation.
I'm cracking up.
That's a big temptation.
For a man, it is.
For a
It
man.
is. For a
Man, single man, whatever. That's a big temptation.
That is true. I agree with you. You have to be strong and not fall into any type of temptation.
And don't put yourself in a situation to
Yeah.
where that temptation might overtake you. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where it's just you and this broad in a room somewhere because it might overtake you. You don't want to do that. You want to stay amongst the crowd.
Okay. Without females,
Okay.
without sex.
Okay.
You had me for a minute there until you was like, the situation. And then what you say, 1441, the room number? I don't know what you said. No. But it's big. Temptation is big. And like you said, for a man.
Yeah.
As
As
far
man in
as
general, because we got a lot of pressure on us anyway.
So let me ask y'all this question then, because y'all both are married. Like, how do y'all manage temptation now?
Not to get put in that situation.
That's it?
For me, I'm not. Now, if I go to a casino or something like that and I'm a gamble, I might do that. But I have a certain, where I'm not going to go over a certain level. I'm not going to be myself in a situation where, I know she's attracting me. I'm attracted to her, me and her in a room together with alcohol. No. No.
what about other?
Temptation. But that's what I think he was.
Well,
Just in
saying,
life?
I'm saying in general, like,
Okay.
now that y'all are married, because y'all wasn't always married, but
Mhm.
now that y'all are married, and since y'all are talking about the whole women and sex and all that, like, how did you get to that point where you can control the temptation of women?
You get older, you learn from the mistakes you made in the past, stay away from them, you ain't got to worry about that.
I think temptation for me would be, and I'm not even talking about as far as sex
Mhm.
and as far as women.
Mhm.
I'm just saying as far as being married, it's the temptation when my feet hit the floor. It's like, dang, I just want to go back to sleep.
No, I'm just saying
No,
to get up as a man, a married man, any married man, no matter what color you are, whatever you are, to get up and do what you have to do.
Mhm.
And you be like, God, I don't want to do this. But you do it anyway.
And so that's also it's a commitment. That's what it comes down to. You committed to, you know what, I'm committed to doing the right thing. So that's what it comes, that's for, especially when you marry.
And you've made mistakes and you were forgiven. You're
Right.
not going to make the mistakes again.
You should.
If you get given another chance,
Mhm.
you're not going to make the mistakes again.
Well, you hoping a person doesn't. You hoping a person doesn't make those same mistakes. But it happens. A person, they make the same mistakes, and the person takes them back again, and so it's up to those two individuals.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just
And if there's a vengeful heart.
well,
Most women could have a vengeful heart. Men do too. I know I do. I'm just speaking for me. You do something dirty to me, I'm going to get you back.
right. It depends on the whole situation. If you get a
Depends
back,
on the
but
situation,
yeah.
And I don't mean nothing violent, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You people, I ain't talking about none of that.
So how do you manage the temptation? That's what you asked, right?
Yeah.
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 How do you manage?
But I asked specifically like with marriage. So if you wanted to ask that question outside of marriage, just in general,
How do
I
you
didn't ask that question.
how do you handle it?
Again, I think it's just having a certain foundation of what I'm willing to allow. Like, you can't really peer pressure me. You can't really tempt me with something if I already know what I want,
Right.
the direction that I want to go in.
Right.
Like, for example, nobody can come to me and offer me no drugs. I don't want no drugs.
Right.
Like, you can't do it. It don't matter how much money you offer me. It don't matter what we're doing. You can't offer me drugs because I know I don't want them. Now, if I was somebody who didn't really have that strong principle about myself and somebody offered it to me and tried to sell it to me like, oh, this looks like this is a good thing or this is fun and this and that, I'd probably be more susceptible. But I don't care what you show me. I know that I don't want that in my system.
Now, when you say drugs, what do you mean?
Drugs.
Okay, what is your definition of drugs? That's what I'm asking him. What is his definition of drugs?
Is this the conversation about whether weed is a drug or not?
It's not. But anyway, what
No,
is your definition?
I'm asking.
No, that's what I was asking. What is your definition?
Because I'm saying all of it.
Weed's not drugs.
You know what I'm saying?
Weed, you
Well,
grow weed
I
out
know,
there
but
across
I'm saying based on what you asked me, I'm
Just in
saying
general,
yeah,
okay.
just in general. Like I don't want any drug. Like I don't have no desire for none of that.
Okay.
I'm not here to argue whether weed is a drug or not. That's a whole other joint.
Yeah,
But I want to be clear on what you were asking me. So
Okay.
yeah, for me, I don't really need none of that.
Okay.
So
Now you have surgery and they prescribe you a drug. Do you take it?
well, do I need it?
For pain, maybe. If you cut you're gonna be in pain, right?
Because I mean, if they prescribe it and it's medical and they give me like the certain doses or whatever, now that's not really temptation. That's me doing what the doctors have ordered me to do. But if I go and I'm taking it for no reason,
Right.
Like if they don't prescribe it to me and I'm like, man, I'm about to just smoke to get rid of this pain. To me, that's me succumbing to the temptation. But if they prescribe it to me, that's one of the things that they offer me. So that's not temptation to me.
I had 2 hip surgeries and I got prescribed oxycodone twice. I didn't take none of it. None of it. I mean, I took Tylenol and, I do what I do.
But what
I didn't want to get to oxycodone because that stuff can get you addicted. That's a whole different level there.
Right, but let's say, but you had other things to help the pain.
Yeah, Tylenol and,
But
allegedly Mary Jane.
Let's say somebody that don't do no drugs and they had the same surgery you had. So what are they supposed to do?
They either can decide they're going to take it or they're not. But most people, especially now with the way opioids are taking people out and how highly addictive they are, most doctors, they'll prescribe you that, or they'll just tell you get some Tylenol over the counter Tylenol.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or some people who like Mary Jane, they'll do that because Mary Jane has a lot of medicinal properties to it, but we're not going into that. That's a whole different conversation.
So when you were in a relationship and you're married, did either any of y'all other half talk about temptation? Or what certain temptations that they may come across from time to time?
Been a long time for me. I'm trying to.
Jeez. Yeah, I forgot.
I was saying, it's been a long time for me.
Mine will be something simple. Keep it simple.
Okay.
My wife likes chocolate. If I can say everybody likes chocolate, and I'm talking about candy. So anybody else mind going somewhere else, get out of that. Like chocolate, anything chocolate, Hershey's, Reese's, anything like that. Real, you go somewhere, you tell them,
okay.
Do you succumb to that? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I like chocolate. And I know I shouldn't be going in there and I got a buggy full of chocolate and that's not good. But sometimes I'm tempted and I will do that. I'll fall for that temptation. Okay. You know what I mean? I got a sweet tooth. I like a lot of sweets. Candy, ice cream, stuff like that. And I'll definitely fall for the temptation for that. You know what I mean? I got a Krispy Kreme thing, donuts. That temptation, I'll tell you right now, every time the Krispy Kreme get a new donuts out, I'm there getting a dozen of them. It's not a game.
You said a dozen?
A dozen of them.
You said a dozen?
Not a game.
I wanted to make sure I understood what he was saying. Hey, listen.
Krispy Kreme, that's a weakness to me, Krispy Kreme. So they got new donuts out every week or I'm at Krispy Kreme getting my donuts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I think my temptation that, we couples, me and Angie, we have talked about one that I can one that I know it was, if you decide to cheat, just leave. We may be able to be friends. But if you do not and you get caught, you're out. So that's us talking about, those certain situations. And then from time to time, not as far as temptation, nothing bad. Because in order for you to you got to have that conversation with your spouse. If you, jokingly, unjokingly, however you do it, you should. You should be able to have your spouse or your girl, whatever it is, you should be able to have that conversation. And so, that's how me and Angie has talked about that. That would be a temptation because you're human.
Yeah.
So, when you're young, that's the first thing you want to do is cheat with someone when you're young. When you get older, that should be out of the system. You said that. When you brought that up. Didn't you just say, didn't he just say that?
I want to make sure, I need to make sure I just heard what you said. Say this again.
What did I just say? You said that.
You said, if you're young.
When you're young, you're tempted to do a lot more things when you're young.
Okay. Now you said it right. Okay.
Yeah, when you're younger, even when you're married, you get married young. You're going to, because you're young and you still, obviously, a lot of guys, a lot of us, when we get married young, in the 20s, a lot of you ain't even ready. Well, we do it because we don't want nobody else to have her. But, when you get older, Them same temptations that you had when you were young, you ain't got them no more. You don't. You really don't.
Yeah, the way his face switched when you just said that.
Nah, no, I have nothing.
I'm crying.
I have nothing. I mean, it's okay. So because you get married young, there's temptations that you don't have to succumb to when you are older. Well, that's what you was trying to say.
The what?
Is what you was say this again. All right, say that statement again.
When you're young and you get tempted by something when you're young, I'll say 7 out of 10 times you're gonna go with that temptation because you're younger. Once you get older and you seen that this same temptation is there, and it always had a bad outcome when you was young, you're not gonna do that no more when you
Now
get
you
older.
explained
You're gonna
it.
make a
I
bad
agree with
decision
you.
when you're older.
Because
you're wiser. You done been
Okay.
through some stuff.
Because now you just explained it better, so I can go with you on that. I can agree with you on that. You didn't explain it to like that the first time. You
Give
just
me a chance to.
no. I waited and you put that you threw that lifeline out there, and I just didn't want to catch it. I would just go die in all the sharks. I'd just be like, no, I'm not catching that one. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? When you were in a
relationship? You know how long ago that was?
how
I ain't been in a relationship since 2019. That's 7 years.
where my camera? My
That's 7
camera right there.
years.
Ladies, 2019 was the last time. You got a chance. Okay, there you go. Okay. All right. That was my service announcement I had to for the ladies.
And why the producer suck his teeth all the way over there? Like, why did he suck his teeth?
I don't know. I don't get involved in that, buddy. Listen, I don't get like that. You got 3 married dudes. We feel as though you could be married,
And if you come at him, females, you better be sincere and honest and loyal. Don't come at him like some of these ones now. You better have this done. You ain't got no money. You're broke because guess what? That's why he ain't talking to you.
Listen.
What's happening here?
Nobody
You know
want
what?
to hear that crap. You
Cahoots.
got to get my hair done.
Here go the
and get
cahoots
my
again. Every
feet
time we
done,
got a guest.
and get my nails
Y'all all
done
in
before we
cahoots.
go out on a date. No, he don't, and he's not. So don't come at him like that. He's a real one. He's a real one.
He over,
I need you to bring it down.
he over there going off.
I need you to bring it down.
He over there going off.
The backstory,
Yo.
he's not married. So that's the backstory.
Yeah, I know that.
We've been trying.
It's not up to you. You trying. He got to be when he ready and who he think is right.
See?
Not just who you want. This ain't Coming to America and we're arranging marriages.
No, it's not who we want. I haven't tempted him. I haven't done nothing. Can we talk about temptation? I haven't done none of that. I am not to get into it, I am the best wingman he has ever had. But, so, right?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, well,
Okay, that's cool. That's good. I like that. So, on that note, where did you want to do final perspective first?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. What is your final perspective on temptation?
I think my final perspective on temptation is that, and I think I've said it a couple times during this episode, if you have a solid foundation, or if you have a plan for yourself, that makes it a lot harder for you to succumb to the temptations that'll come in your life. I think it's very important for people to operate with some people might call it a personal brand statement or a mantra or something like that, to where you can always remind yourself when you're being tempted by something that this is who I am, this is what I stand for, and I'm not going to allow for that temptation to enter into my life. So that's my final perspective.
What about you?
I'm not going to let any temptation come around. I got too much to lose.
Okay.
I've done things in the past that hurt a lot of people, and they've decided to forgive me and give me another chance. I'm not going to blow this thing.
Got you.
At all.
Real.
Got you. That's
So
real. That's real.
Real.
So my final perspective on temptation is something that comes around all the time. It's up to you with whoever you believe in, the higher being. Because whoever sees this may not believe in God. They may believe in Buddha. They may, whatever.
But that's their religion. I don't knock anybody.
Well, what I'm saying, I understand that. But I'm just saying, it's with help, you able to beat it. Temptation is not easy. You have your good temptation, you have your bad. Just hope that you can get through it. And on that note, this is the coach.
Hold on, before you do that,
Yes.
because I want to thank you for
Yes.
joining us and being our guest. We had a great conversation today.
That was an honor. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Likewise, we enjoyed it.
This was an honor being on your podcast and your platform. It really was. I've been waiting. I'm like, but I can't come on and just crash a party without being invited. So
No,
thank you for
listen,
inviting
man.
me.
No,
First of all, thank you for inviting me.
Listen, we appreciate you being here, but one of the things that we always like to do is we like to allow for people to kind of speak about like some of the things that they have going on.
Right.
So I know that you have, and that's if you want to. I know you have
Right.
your social media channels. I don't know if you want to speak about them now or...
On YouTube at CV Singleton. I'm usually Eagles hype man. Most of my videos is during the football season, and I'm talking about the Eagles. But now I'm trying to branch out and then doing a little bit more than just talking about the Eagles. I have different subjects I talk about. I might see something in the current events I might come on and talk about. Depending upon what it is, it'll be depending upon how hype I get or depending upon how not hype I get. But I'm trying to expand and do certain different things in my channel. So it's a slow process, and it'll hit. I believe it'll hit. But you can go on YouTube at CV Singleton and look at all my videos that I have out
What
there.
is it again? C?
CV Singleton.
I want you to say it slower.
Okay, C. Charlie Victor Singleton.
Okay. All right,
And you'll go on the YouTube channel and you'll find it. Hopefully you'll subscribe, watch my videos, and I'll be putting more stuff out soon because I'm trying to do different stuff with it.
Is your other personalities coming with it?
Depends on what the subject matter is.
Okay, just throwing it out there. I'm not
Depends
too
what
sure.
subject
Okay.
matter is.
Yeah, what I will say is I've had a chance to see his channel. And you're in for a treat. That's what I'll say.
You are in for a
You are in
big
for a
treat. Yes, indeed. I definitely subscribe, and I look forward to, especially football time. I
Yeah,
look
football
forward,
time.
Woo! I look forward
Matter
to
of
it.
fact, all y'all Eagle fans need to check him out. I don't care
Yeah.
about nobody else. All y'all Eagle fans, y'all need to check him out
Just look at
during the
it.
season.
Because I'm not an Eagle fan, and I just be like,
Right. I'm like, man,
yeah.
I feel bad for them fans.
And I'll be tempted to say something, but I just
That's a temptation, right? That's a
I just
temptation,
sit
right?
back and just be like, shh. I want to tell him, don't stop saying anything. Because every time you say something, it does not happen. But
No, that's not true.
that's okay. No.
Well, that's neither here nor there. I don't want to say
Right,
that.
right.
I don't know what person we're going to get into. But,
No, but I definitely wanted to give you an opportunity to put the plug out there for what you're doing.
Yeah, you can go on CV Singleton at CV Singleton on YouTube.
Yep.
Also Instagram. Sometimes I'll do Facebook, and I'll do TikTok from time to time, but I'm mainly on YouTube.
Cool.
So you'll find recent videos I put out there, all my past videos from the seasons when football. So you might want to go down and look at all of them or most of them, and then decide whether you want to subscribe. But it really help my channel out if you did subscribe.
yeah, help him out. So
All right.
And
My fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
that's fine. No, that was a good thing that, Oh, also another thing, we if you are looking, I'm gonna need your help with this too, okay? If you are looking for someone to produce your music, if you're looking for someone that you're looking for a producer, our producer, he's a great producer. And I don't.
He's so great that you don't know the name.
I struggle with
The
the name.
name is Way Created Studios. That's the name.
Right.
This boy.
Way
never-
created.
Way created.
Way created. Look down below, and you look down below, and you're gonna see all his bio information. But on that note, I am the coach.
I'm the Beacon.
And I'm Unc.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
And
Uncle
this-
Chuck, rather. Uncle Chuck. I'm
Okay.
sorry, Uncle
And-
Chuck.
And this is the Point Blank Perspective Podcast. Peace.